When you think of Africa, you may picture breathtaking safaris, vibrant cultures, and booming cities. But behind the beauty, there's a darker reality. Some African countries rank among the most dangerous in the entire world. Today, we count down the top 10 African nations with the highest crime rates, and some of the stories may shock you. Welcome back to Cases of the Continent, where we uncover the untold stories shaping Africa. If you love true crime, law, and investigative breakdowns, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Buckle up, because what you're about to hear may change the way you see these countries forever. Here are Africa's top 10 crime hotspots, counted down one by one. At number 10, Libya. Crime Index 56.4. Libya, once one of North Africa's wealthiest nations, has become a hotspot for violent crime since the fall of Muammar Gaddafi. Militias control large parts of the country and gun ownership is rampant. The instability has turned Libya into a hub for human trafficking and illegal migration routes across the Mediterranean. Ordinary Libyans live under constant threat from armed groups and kidnappers, making the country one of the least secure in Africa. At number 9, Ivory Coast. Crime Index 56.4. Ivory Coast, or Côte d'Ivoire, has made economic progress in recent years, but crime remains a persistent issue. From armed robberies in Abidjan to scams and corruption scandals, citizens say safety is far from guaranteed. Political instability and past civil wars have weakened trust in law enforcement. Many crimes go unreported because people believe justice is nearly impossible to obtain. At number 8, Mozambique. Crime Index 60.1. Mozambique is a country with incredible natural beauty. But behind the postcard image lies rising violence. The northern province of Cabo Delgado has been ravaged by Islamist insurgents, leading to brutal killings and mass displacement. In cities like Maputo, residents face robberies and kidnappings. Organized crime networks smuggle timber, ivory, and even heroin, feeding a cycle of corruption and insecurity. At number 7, Zimbabwe. Crime Index 60.7. Once known as the breadbasket of Africa, Zimbabwe is now better known for economic hardship and corruption. Poverty has fueled a surge in theft, robberies, and black market dealings. Harare and Bulawayo are hotspots for street crime, and violent home invasions have left many residents living in fear. Critics say political elites profit from the chaos while citizens suffer the consequences. At number 6, Namibia. Crime Index 63.5. Namibia is often seen as a peaceful country, but crime statistics tell a different story. Rising unemployment has triggered spikes in burglary, theft, and violent assault. Alcohol-fueled violence is a growing problem, especially in Windhoek and coastal towns. Car theft syndicates operate widely, and despite the country's small population, the crime rate is alarmingly high compared to global averages. At number 5, Somalia. Crime Index 63.9. Somalia has long been synonymous with lawlessness. Armed groups like Al-Shabaab terrorize communities, while piracy once made its coastline infamous. Decades of civil war have left institutions weak, with little trust in law enforcement. Kidnappings, bombings, and extortion are common, and many families live in daily fear of violence. For Somalia, crime is not just a social problem, it's a survival crisis. At number 4, Cameroon. Crime Index 65.5. Cameroon is split by conflict. In the Anglophone regions, separatist rebels clash with government forces and civilians are caught in the crossfire. Kidnappings for ransom, extortion, and assassinations are common. In urban areas, armed robbery and corruption dominate daily life. For many Cameroonians, crime isn't random. It's tied to political violence and deep mistrust in the state. At number 3, Angola, crime index 66.3. Angola's capital, Luanda, is one of the most expensive cities in the world, but also one of the most dangerous. Violent robberies, carjackings, and organized gang activity are frequent, especially in poor neighborhoods. Despite being rich in oil, Angola struggles with inequality, and the divide between the wealthy elite and the poor fuels resentment and crime. Tourists and locals alike are at risk, particularly after dark. At number 2, Nigeria, crime index 66.6. Africa's most populous nation, Nigeria is plagued by multiple layers of crime. Armed bandits terrorize northern villages, while Boko Haram and ISWAP carry out deadly attacks. In urban centers like Lagos, kidnappings, cybercrime, and violent robberies are rampant. Nigeria is also the global hub for internet fraud, known locally as Yahoo Yahoo. For many Nigerians, daily life involves navigating both petty thieves and powerful armed groups. At number 1, South Africa, crime index 74.7. Topping the list is South Africa, a country with breathtaking beauty but some of the highest crime levels in the world. The murder rate is staggering. Nearly 45 per 100,000 people. Carjackings, armed robberies, and home invasions are part of daily life in many communities. Gender-based violence is also shockingly high, with thousands of cases reported each year. Despite having some of the strongest policing institutions on the continent, South Africa's deep inequality and gang culture fuel an epidemic of violent crime. These numbers aren't just statistics, they're stories of survival. In these 10 nations, crime is shaped by war, poverty, corruption, and inequality. But while danger dominates headlines, people continue to fight for justice and safety, refusing to let crime define their futures. These aren't just statistics, they're real lives. If you want to keep uncovering Africa's untold crime stories with us, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next case.